you know, this story has been included in the new English textbook prescribed for 2024 and 25 academic sessions. So now we are going to talk about Thank You Ma'am by Langston Hughes. It's a short story, but before going to read the story, we should talk about some vocabularies. Frail, it means physically weak or delicate, often due to age or lack of strength. Nelson, this is not Nelson Mandela, but this is different from Nelson Mandela. Nelson is a wrestling hold in which one arm is passed around the neck of an opponent, usually to control restraint, like this. This is Nelson. Cocoa, a beverage made from cocoa powder, usually mixed with milk and sugar, often served hot. Now let's talk about some questions. These questions are important. If you want to perceive the story, if you want to make a critical appreciation of the story, you should try to answer the questions. Question 1, examine the theme of trust and its importance in human relationships as portrayed in the story. Question 2, how does Mrs. Jones' reaction to Roger's attempted theft challenge conventional response to crime? Question 3, how does the story suggest about the impact of Mrs. Jones' action on Roger's future behavior? Okay, now let's start reading the story. Thank You Mom. The story's name is Thank You Mom by Langston Hughes, an black American writer who was a leader of the Harlem Renaissance. Harlem Renaissance is a movement of the black American people which tried to bring about changes in the lives of the black American people of the United States of America in the 1920s. That means from the year 1920 to 1929. Okay, let's now read the story Thank You Ma'am by Langston Hughes. She was a large woman with a large purse that had everything in it but hammer and nails. It had a long strap and she carried it slung across her shoulder. It was about 11 o'clock at night and she was walking alone when a boy ran up behind her and tried to snatch her purse. The strap broke with the single tug the boy gave it from behind, but the boy's weight and the weight of the purse combined caused him to lose his balance. So, instead of taking off full blast as he had hoped, the boy fell on his back on the sidewalk and his legs flew up. The large woman simply turned around and kicked him right square in his blue jean sitter. Then she reached down, picked the boy up by his shirt front, and shook him until his teeth rattled. After that, the woman said, "Pick up my pocketbook, boy, and give it here." She still held him. Now she bent down enough to permit him to stoop and pick up her purse. Then she said, "Now, ain't you ashamed of yourself?" Firmly gripped by his shirt front, the boy said, "Yes, that means, yes, I am." The woman said, "What is you want to do it for?" The boy said, "I didn't aim to." She said, "You are a lie." By that time, 2 or 3 people passed, stopped, turned to look, and some stood watching. "If I turn you loose, will you run?" asked the woman. "Yes, said the boy. "Yes, means yes, I am." "Then I won't turn you loose," said the woman. She did not release him. "I'm very sorry, lady, I'm sorry," whispered the boy. Hmm. And your face is dirty. I got a great mind to wash your face for you. Ain't you got nobody home to tell you to wash your face? No. No means no, I am. No, ma'am, said the boy. Then it will get washed this evening, said the last woman, starting, starting up the street, dragging the frightened boy behind her. He looked as if he were 14 or 15, frail and willow wild, in tennis shoes and blue jeans. The woman said, "You ought to be my son. I would teach you right from wrong. Least I can do right now is to wash your face. Are you hungry?" হ্যাঁ ও হ্যাঁ 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 ওই যে ওখানে রাখলে হ্যাঁ ওই ওই ওখানে রাখলে হবে। হ্যাঁ ওখানে একটা চাপা দিয়ে রাখো, একটা বই উপরে দিয়ে রাখো। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ না না তোমরা আলাদাই রাখো, তোমাদেরটা আলাদাই রাখো। হ্যাঁ ওখানে রাখো, চাপা দিয়ে রাখো। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ